You're listening to the February 9th, 2020 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hi guys, making this time to hang out with you, so very much hoping you're home and ready for a chat.
Welcome to you, and welcome to all. Even those who know nothing of us, we still send out welcoming, loving thoughts to them. For that which we say, that which we intend to assist, goes out there anyway, and reaches their energy whether they are aware of it or not, or whether they want it or not. This is not interfering with free will. This is producing opportunities at their doorstep, should they choose to open the door. Keep that in mind, dearest ones, if you will. All good thoughts, all kind intentions, all that is for the highest good of all, sent out to all, is never in vain. Sometimes it may feel that very little of these goodness thoughts reach their destination. This is not so. Always the destination is reached, yet the fact remains that there is always choice as to whether or not these energies of love are absorbed at the time, or simply left dangling until such time when the receiver is ready to accept and indeed receive.
That's interesting, because I thought that if one sent out loving thoughts to someone in need, that no matter what, they would make a difference.
They do, even when they are just hanging around, waiting to be received. They engage in a dance with, would we say, outer energies of that soul or circumstance, and nudge away little by little to penetrate through. It is rather like knocking down a brick wall. After much hammering away, it weakens the structure, and suddenly, just when one feels it is a pointless exercise, the wall comes crumbling down. Dearest ones, never feel that your thoughts to another or the whole, for they are one and the same, fall on stony ground. Have you not witnessed flowers growing up through concrete? Every good thought, every good intention is never wasted. For within these prayer formations are again codes that heal on other levels. We would put it in a childlike way, such as this. If you were to be sending out thoughts through the ethers to someone far away, and to get there, these thoughts had to travel over land and sea, imagine how many souls, birds, flowers, trees, blades of grass, droplets of rain, and full oceans they have to pass through to get there. So what you may imagine to be a kind gesture of loving thought to someone far away actually turns out to be a massive healing project as your love passes through all these living energies on its way to the recipient. Do not underestimate every move you make. Do not undervalue every thought process that is for the highest good of all. The power within your thoughts of good intent is way, way, way beyond your imaginings. Because your imaginings have been hindered and curtailed over time to leave you believing that your healing skills are very limited, or only fully comprehended by gurus sitting on top of a mountain. Stretch your minds, dearest souls. Stretch your limitations. Do not believe any more that when you get to be a really, really, really good person, that maybe then can you heal a sore finger and feel blessed for doing so and having such a gift. With respect, do not hang around waiting to become someone, something that you already are. Stop the dilly-dallying. Recognize the truth right now. These healing powers, these traveling without vehicle powers, these powers that surpass the greatest wizardry you can imagine, lie within each one of you. They are part of your makeup. They are not to be earned through merit of being a good human being. All of you are good human beings. Each and every one at heart are goodness. For each and every one comes from the God Self. You are aware and sickened by the acts of those who believe they are ruling your planet.
Believe? Are they not actually ruling it then?
No, they only think they are.
Yet what you think you are, you become.
Exactly. So if you think and believe that your planet's being run by those of lesser light, then so be it.
Yet it is, isn't it?
Because you believe it to be so. Change your beliefs.
You see, this is where I get confused. It's more than obvious to us that those of lesser light are running the show. Have you not said this yourself?
Yes, we have. Yet they are running the show because it is embedded within the belief system that they are.
Because it's true.
Because one has believed it is so. If each and every one that is aware of this changed their attitude, changed their knowing, changed their belief system to a different one, say one turned their thoughts around and believed that your planet was run by golden angels of light for the highest good of all. If everyone did that, then the energy flow from doing so would make that become your truth. Whatever you choose to think, when you think about it and focus upon it for long enough, shall become your reality. This is so.
Would you say, though, that it would have to be a certain percentage of the population that had to do this in order for it to happen?
We answer both yes and no to that. For you see, Blossom, and please do not take offense, each one of you, each soul, is residing within their own world.
Exit stage left. And falling straight down the rabbit hole. Please continue, and I will try to keep up. I just don't understand how that can be, because everyone else I know is also in my world.
And you are in theirs. Yet you run the show ultimately. You conduct the orchestra. You pull the strings. You write the script, design the costumes, and decide what role you are going to play, and what role those who act alongside you will play also. Your own little masterpiece on display.
For whom to see?
Yourself. Just yourself. Because everyone else is conducting their own show.
Yet surely I'm in their show. And how can that be when I'm already appearing in my own? I can't be in all these dramas at the same time if I'm busy producing my own.
Yes, you can, and you are. For you are a reflection of that which they need you to be in their show.
A reflection of what? Myself?
Yes. If you were to look into a hall of mirrors, you would see many visions of yourself, many productions of you, and yet there you are, standing looking into just one mirror.
You're losing me. You know you're losing me, don't you?
Remain with us and allow us to flow.
Keeping in mind I'm in my human mind, brain, and this is doing my head in, for I cannot follow where it's leading.
Dearest Blossom, here comes the biggie, as you would say. You are playing out a role of yourself, and who that person is who you are choosing to be in any one given moment of experimentation. All that you see and project is your own movie theater, as we have said. The souls that you cast to play their roles in your movie are there to serve you, in order for you to know yourself.
Yet what are they doing in my movie when they should be in their own?
They are assisting you. They are in your movie as well as their own. For each movie is a movie within a movie, within a movie, within a movie.
One moment, please, whilst I sweep my brains up off the floor. This really is another of those chats that get us going nowhere fast, and one wonders why we even began. I seriously don't know if there's any point in continuing, for once again, I'm deeply lost in the warren and not a carrot in sight.
Yet, dearest Blossom, seeds have been planted.
Yet, with respect, why confuse us even more?
Because you're ready.
Yet, what's the point? I'm confused enough just trying to get through every day, without all this entering into my awareness, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to lecture on it even when I'm 210, for I still won't understand it.
Yet, Blossom, you know it all. You cannot understand it from the perspective of life that you are living in.
Then have we not just wasted an hour?
Knowledge is never wasted. Nothing is ever wasted.
Surely, if it makes no sense to you, it's wasted. I spent 4 hours on a car journey once, trying to really understand what political parties stood for what, just because I felt so ignorant. Next day, we may just as well have spent those 4 hours talking about the adventures of Noddy and Big Ears, for not one thing had sunk in. Wasted time.
No. Just another experience that makes up who you are. Perhaps we should bring this to a close.
Leaving the door wide open?
Of course. And yet, if we had been given the opportunity to finish that sentence,
Oops.
we would say to each and every one, coming from the deepest place of love, that our main point of this conversation is to reiterate that you run your own show. Whether you think you do or not, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, best get into your most splendid attire, for not only must the show go on, yet the greatest show on earth is about to blossom forth from each and every one.
Curtain up, light the lights, we've got nothing to hit but the heights, as the song goes. Not sure what this was all about today, or indeed how useful it may be. It is as it is. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.